Sunday. Then when the clock is striking 2, I'm off at once like winking, and gaily dressed in all my best, I go a-rinking.
Systemic oppression. Systemic oppression is systematic and has historical antecedents. It is the intentional disadvantaging of groups of people based on their identity while advantaging members of the dominant group.
Black community has always been oppressed when it came to skating. And yes, it started off with only being allowed to skate on the nights when it was Martin Luther King holiday or whatever it was. They had our specific nights.
Rollercade Skating Rink was the first Black-owned facility that opened during the Civil Rights era.
When I really think about systemic racism, for me, it's just kind of like you're judging me probably based on a made-up stereotype in your head that you don't know.
The way that people are treated based off of who they are, so like based off of their identity or like, you know, their gender, anything, their age.
It is anytime something is put into place to keep one particular type of group down, no matter whether it be by race, by sexuality, or anything else. It's a control issue. By whoever wants to be in control, they're going to put situations in place.
The entire idea of white supremacy being threaded in our minds daily. Well, what are those things? What is oppression? What is white supremacy? Anything that prevents you and me or anybody from living their best life, that is oppression.
I would define it as us being trapped. That's how I would define it. Like as if we were in a room, a dark room, trying to get out and no one can hear us.
Black skaters were physically searched before they could enter, while white skaters were not. In the Civil Rights era, the Klan openly threatened integrated rinks.
To keep the blacks out of the white sessions, they would give them their one night, which turned into maybe once a week or once a month, depending on the rink. And to this day, that still exists.
I knew and know that Black people were only allowed to skate on certain nights. How that makes me feel, at this point it's history, but it's still deeply saddening and concerning of the fact that we're still living in a very segregated society. Statistically speaking, America is more segregated than it was in the 1960s.
It made me feel very sad though for us as a community. We don't get the same opportunities as Caucasians, not even just Caucasians. We don't get the same opportunities as anyone that's lighter than us or anyone that's in a higher, financial bracket than we are.
One of the first civil rights sit-ins was at White City Roller Rink in Chicago in 1949.
Why? Why are we such a problem to other people who, don't look the same as us because we can do something sometimes even the same or better than they can? What's the issue with that?
On August 27, 1963, Ledger Smith skated 651 miles in 10 days to join Martin Luther King's March on Washington. In the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, the Black community and roller skating came to a rise.
Roller skating is something that our people, our community, we kind of gave life to.
It was just, it was a very fun time back in the day. We were able to come together, even though where I'm from, there's a lot of gang violence, but that was like an escape for us to roller skate and come together as young children and to see our elders skate there as well.
A lot of rinks I've been to in various states. Let's just say there's no backward skating at the moment. Well, if the black turns around and skates backwards, floor guard is very likely to come up to him very quickly and tell him no backward skating. But yet the white guy would be allowed to go around quite a bit longer before he gets told anything, if he gets told anything at all. I've seen that quite a bit. Now, maybe they're assuming that we will get rowdy and get out of place quicker, and that's why they have to put us in check. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt for that one, but we know the truth. I'm basing this off of the skating rinks in Arizona only. Our preferred style of music is not appropriate for family sessions, is what we're told, on a regular basis.
I do think that today we face that because we have adult nights or family nights where they're like, well, we're only gonna play 2 R&B or hip hop songs. And you can request more, hip hop songs and they will not play them.
Way back when, we weren't allowed in most sports either. As 1 or 2 broke into this sport, the more were let in. And it was still very much oppressed. Now, if you look at sports, they go to the colleges where they expect to find more blacks. So they go to where they expect to find those minorities because they know that's who does well in sports. And I honestly believe that if we take our skating culture and think of it as a sport, then I believe they would look at us differently.
Skating, it makes me feel liberated. It makes me feel at peace. It makes me feel like I'm one with myself. When you first start roller skating, you're always second guessing yourself. Like, I don't think that I can do this. I'm scared to fall. I don't know, if I'm strong enough for this, or I don't know if I have the technique or the rhythm to do this. You learn a lot about yourself when you roller skate, of how strong you are, how you can keep going and don't stop.
There's no comparison. Without music, it's fun. Put music in, it just takes it to the next level. On the teaching side, when I see someone get something they've worked on for so long, it'll put me in tears.
Well, I've been skating my whole life, and skating is just my one place just to relax and just don't think about anything.
My home rink, though, in North Carolina, I would say, it's just lively. There's lots of kids and families kind of really bring that feel to the rink. That's what I want. Skating really helped me through that transition and learning something about myself, the independence, the expressiveness that I feel, the connection that I made between, okay, look, you're feeling away, just go skate.